So, the Tuesday, Hiromi-san and Akiko-san practiced. And then there, one of the emphasis is try to watch the target until very close to the last moment we strike. So what it is well, maybe this is better. So, quite often we end up with the situation of the hitting like, man, that looks good, but man, so it's very clear that this kind of man, we are not seeing the target under our arm, right? Man. So, particularly if we do the big man, then man. Therefore, somewhere in the process of the hitting man, our hand comes under the face. If we are not seeing from here, therefore there is a moment that this will block the target. But if we try to watch the target at the very last moment, then man, then it is possible, almost possible, to keep our eye on a target. And not only that, if we hit, please look at my posture, particularly upper body. If I try to hit from here, man, looks good, but if we do something like this, then my body is either up straight or leaning back a little, because we go from under and hit, therefore leaning back a little. But if we try to keep watching the target, then it got to be man. So after the hit, it's either straight or upper body, or actually an entire body is slightly leaning, still slightly leaning forward. And if you do that, then of course the next move, hitting through or hit and do something else, is much faster. So the last Tuesday, the emphasis of the practice here with the two ladies were there. And then if you look at the last section of the last Tuesday video, then I was answering the question that even when you hit kote-men, we can still watch the target for when we hit the men. That is kote-men. Looks good, but they are obviously kote-men. So we are not seeing the target from under our arm. But so looks good, but what we can really do is kote-men. Kote-men versus kote-men. So you can see the difference, right? Not clearly. Let me do it one more time. When we don't see target under the arm, when we hit the man, then kote-men. So something like this is the posture we end up with. But if we do watch the target under the arm, more or less under the arm, until the last moment, even for kote-men, men, then it will be men. Could you see the difference?
Are you looking target underneath the arm, you said?
Yeah.
Or while going in, still looking above?
Looking under.
After the hit?
Instead
Or before the hit?
looking this way.
After the hit. Okay.
Man.
Right.
Then naturally, when we want to see it, men under the arm, then it will be like this posture just before the hit and man. So entire body is leaning forward, but not leaning too much. Therefore, we can control our body. Man. So we still can have a nice zanshin right after. And that is faster, definitely faster. So today, I want you to try to hit that way, hit men that way, instead of hitting from under. So that is the target of today's practice. So then that makes the difference for kote. This, if we just practice the subli, kote. This doesn't look bad. However, this has actually a big defect. That is, if I do the kamae, then this tip is around this height. Can you see the letter here?
はい。
So it's here. Therefore, this looks good, but somewhere we have to go left hand side of the opponent しない。
うん。
So, if you do this, then only way we can hit the kote is go under, not go over the opponent しない。So sometimes it makes a nice kote. But as we go higher level, the opponent won't give us the opportunity of hitting kote means opponent won't raise the arm up. Therefore, in order to go under the しない opponent しない we really have to go something like this. Then your posture will be out of balance. So that has the as you go higher level, it's not a good kote. In other words, if you do something like this, then higher level, the judge won't give you ippon. Because this kind of things certainly require something extra movement. Therefore, it's not a seme and kote. Seme and head together is very, very difficult. So seme and kote or something like this. So which means probably for you, if you practice today, initially you may feel you are leaning fairly forward. You may feel that way. However, actually there's a way we can still keep our upper body almost straight. So that is the way. So first, probably you remember the last time we talked about neck position of our thigh. So the good hit will be something like this and man. And when you do hit like this, it's a good man, because man doesn't have the problem of the going over opponent しない。Therefore, you can just straight. So could you practice man just as a being? Particularly, actually, we didn't see how Clarkson was doing last week. So